Hello, Rob McNeilly here again, and welcome to the 6th video in this series. Today, the focus of our exploration is this important issue of confidence. I've been teaching this work for decades now, and I've heard a lot of people say that they've learned various therapeutic approaches, techniques, been to workshops, and been fascinated, interested, intrigued. But when they've come to in their clinical practice, they don't feel that they have the confidence to start to apply what they've learned. So one of the really helpful things that stays with me that I learned from Erickson all those years ago was a comment that he made. You can always be totally confident that a client will have the resources that they need. You can always be totally confident that a client can go into hypnosis. And his emphasis on the confidence in the client helps to take the focus from us and where it needs to be on the client. And having that sense of confidence in the client can be a huge relief. Now, I don't think that's enough. I think we need to have the possibility of being solidly confident in ourselves. And Fernando Flores, one of my teachers, said that confidence comes from knowing our competences and our incompetences. So if we want to be more confident, one of the ways of doing that, if we want to be confident, is for us to be more competent. So how can we become competent? Well, one of the ways of becoming competent is through practice. I learned the violin from the age of 8, and 10 years later I pretty well stopped playing the violin. But over those 10 years I'd done a lot of practice, played a lot of different exercises, scales, pieces of music and so on. So I learned to move my fingers and I learned to move the bow, all of that. And I did that through practice. So if there's anything that we are interested to become confident in, practice is a great way of doing that. If you want to learn to be confident driving a car, you get into the car and you drive it and you drive it and you drive it and you drive it and you drive it. If you want to learn to feel confident about speaking another language, well, you practice it and you practice it and you practice it here and you practice it there. So the royal road to competence is practice. And competence is the marvelous avenue for moving to personal self-confidence. So if we're going to be self-confident, if we're going to be confident in ourselves, let's develop some competence by practicing specific skills. And the topics that I'm speaking about in this short video series are spectacular areas for us to practice and to become more competent in. So then we can be more confident. So that's the way for us to be confident, and I want to balance that with Erickson's reminder to be confident in the client. And there's something about either of those areas of focus which is reciprocal. If we are confident, the client can pick up some of our confidence and be more confident in themselves. If we are confident in the client and their abilities, then we can pick up some of the confidence in them and feel more confident ourselves. So there's something to play with if you're interested. Between now and the next video, or even sometime after the series is finished, have an area, have a list of things, list of skills that you might be interested to practice: listening, being expectant, learning how to help someone connect with their resources. Anything that I'm not even mentioning that could be relevant to you. Give it some time, give it some practice, become competent, so then you can become confident. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next video.